What's going on, guys? Welcome to Deerscape here. Just want to give a quick thank you to all you who have followed along and supported this channel as we've continued to grow. If you have not heard yet, we are giving away this Hoyt Alpha X bow to one of our subscribers. Now, gentlemen, listen closely. I know all of our wives say we don't follow directions very well, but these are the easiest directions of all. Subscribe to the channel, you're entered to win the bow. Now, ladies, I'd say it again, but we all know you heard it the first time. Now, I'd love to tell you that you have these wonderful odds of 1 in 250,000, but that would mean that you've probably heard of this channel before and I'm monetized on YouTube, but that's not the case. As of right now, you have a 1 in 137 chance of winning this bow. So let's lessen those odds, get subscribed to this channel, and win this bow. Enjoy the episode. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to Deerscape here. This here is our 2025 budget-friendly mobile hunting system that we've chose to run this year. Join us today as we break this system down off of multiple criteria on a 1 to 10 system. And just so you're aware, this is not another biased review of somebody that's affiliated with or sponsored by one of these companies. You're gonna get a true, honest review from everyday average hunters. So join us, here we go. We're gonna set this up. We're gonna fast forward right here, and I'll see you up in the tree stand. There's our mobile hunt setup for 2025. Some people may argue with me and say that, oh, a hang and hunt stand is not mobile. But guys, this is extremely mobile, especially for people like us that come from out west and come and hunt whitetail. You know, our packs out west for elk and mule deer sometimes are around 60 pounds if we're going in there for 5 to 7 days. But this setup, you know, with this stand being 10.6 pounds and, you know, our sticks and everything, guys, it's extremely light, extremely mobile. You know, I set this up in less than 10 minutes and you guys can too. Alrighty guys, we're back from the field here. I'm gonna go over the price of each one of these items, what I like, what I don't like about them, and then we'll go over our criteria, score them out, and then you can see just how well we get along with them. Alrighty, first up the bat here, we'll go with the Elevate Stand Co., the Element Stand. This one's a couple years old. I got it for $250. It was very lightly used. I got a great deal on it. The Rise edition of these, I believe, is closer to $500, $450 to $500. They have several different options to choose from, but you can get this whole deal set up with sticks and everything for $950 to $1,000. I don't know if that includes the backpack straps here or how much those are, but I'll include them here in the video. Then moving on to the Latitude, the Vapor Lineman's rope here. I got it for $70 from Shields, and that's the price on that one. The Summit Pro safety harness here, I believe I got it for $110 after tax. And then the XOP X3 sticks, I got them for $210 after tax. And then we'll go over now what I like and what I don't like about each one. The Elevate Stand Co., they're a Christian-based company. They align with our morals. I've heard nothing but great things. People that I respect in the industry use them. And I really like the paint on them and, the grip, my boots grip, the size of the platform. I'm able to get up and move around. I've got some broken hip problems from bull riding. And this cushion is very, very comfortable. I'm able to move it around if I want to go to more of like a hybrid, saddle type of hunt too. I can do that. The straps and everything are very comfortable. The one thing I can say that I do not like about this, that I would change on this particular model, and they may have already changed it, so I don't want to knock them too hard, is where the camshaft buckles or the cam strap buckles would connect here, or the AM steel cables. This has a little bit of a sharp edge, and I would worry about fraying on it. As these, the XP or XOP X3 have a rounded area where everything in the straps connect to. That's what I would like more, just to avoid any type of safety concerns there. But overall, I love this product and really have nothing bad to say about it. The Latitude Vapor Lineman rope, I love this thing. It's really easy to use. I can move up the tree really easy two-handed. If I need to get closer or adjust it, it's one hand adjustable, and I feel really safe with it. It's really well made. The only thing I'm gonna knock on it, like anything nowadays, I feel like it's expensive. Um, you know, don't go cheap, for your safety. But the American consumer lately has been paying the price, and I would like to see the price of things come down. Um, Moving on, the Summit Pro safety harness, very good harness. It comes well recommended from well respected people in the industry. Lee and Tiffany Lakoski use it. Several other well respected hunters in the industry use it. I felt safe. It doesn't pinch me anywhere. Really simple to put on, really easy to get up once you're up in the tree stand, to put the safety harness or the safety rope around. And I feel super safe. It hangs behind me really good. It's not in the way at all. The only things I would change about this, like I'd say, is the price of it. I'd like to see the price of things start coming down. And then I'd like to have more color options. It'd be cool if you could have another color besides black, maybe a camo pattern or anything like that. But overall, I've really got nothing as far as bad things to say about the safety aspects or anything. Alrighty, so now we're gonna go ahead and score these out on our criteria system. We'll give each one a score off of the setup, the comfort, the noise, the weight, the value, and the safety of each one of these. We'll post an overall score of each one, and that way you can see just how well we get along with each one of these. So going with the Elevate Stand Co. For setup, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 9. It's very easy to set up. It's easy to adjust so that you can adjust so that things aren't flopping down or anything like that. Got really no complaints. Very easy to set up there. Comfort wise, I'll give it a 9 as well. It's super comfortable for me to get up, move around, and the seat is very, very comfortable. Noise, I'll give it a 9 as well. Very quiet when I'm putting it up. It doesn't flop around or anything like that. The only thing that keeps it from a 10 is I'd like to see it snap more to the frame when it's collapsed here and be a little bit more snug and transport. The weight of it, I know this one is 10.6 pounds. I know that's on the heavier side of what they offer. Weight wise, it's right what they advertise. So I'm gonna give it a 9, and got no complaints about the weight there. It's very easy to transport. The value of this thing is a 10 to me. You know, a Christian-based company is hard to come by nowadays, and I value that, a bunch. This company comes highly recommended. Everything they post, that is Christian-based. They make a quality product and they stand by it. And everyone that a lot of people that we know that use these and trust, got nothing but great things to say about them. And safety-wise, I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. The only thing I knocked it for was, and they may have changed it by now, is the little bit of sharpness here where the cables or the straps connect. So overall, I believe that came up with a 55 out of 60, which is a pretty good score there. um Moving on to the Latitude vapor alignment rope. Here, the setup of it, I'm gonna give it a 9. Very easy setup. Snap it on my alignment loop, go around, and going up the tree there. Very, very easy setup there. Comfort wise, I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. Super comfortable. It's not pinching, it's very easy to move around. I've got nothing that hurts. Noise, it's not loud at all. I'm gonna give it a 9 there. Weight wise, I'm gonna give this thing a 10. It's very light. It's not bulky or anything like that. It doesn't feel like it's dragging me down or anything like that. Value, I think I value my safety, so I'm gonna give it a 10. My life's on the line with it. It does its job, very easy to use, and and it's very well made. And the safety of it, a 10 as well. It's very well made. I don't feel not safe using it at all, and I'd recommend this to anybody. That'd bring this total up to a 57. Again, very, very quality product. We'll move off to the Summit Pro safety harness here. The setup of this is I'm going to give it a 9. Very easy to put on. You put it on, put your chest or clip on. You can put your harness on, your harness straps on around your legs. Very easy, very straightforward to put on. Comfort wise, there's no pinching or anything like that. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. It's comfortable to wear. I don't feel like I'm pinched up or cramping or anything like that, or it's too tight. It's very adjustable. Noise, it's dead silent. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. I guess when you clip it in, it makes the clip sound, but I mean that'd be nitpicking it a little bit. Weight wise, I'm gonna give it a 9. It's not too heavy. It feels like it's good for what you need it for, to catch you if you fall out of the tree. Value, I'm gonna give it a 10. Super valuable. You need it. Don't be the stupid guy that falls out of the tree. I know I played the video once before. We can play it again here. And don't be that guy that falls out of the tree, flat on your back, kill yourself in the tree stand. So the value of this, 10 out of 10 there. Safety, feel super safe wearing it. It's well made, it's well built. I'm gonna go 10 there as well. Everything about this is a very good product. 56 out of 60, nothing bad to say there. All right. Last but not least, we'll go to the XOP X3 sticks here. And setup wise, I'm gonna give these, I'm gonna give them a 7 on the setup. As far as carrying the sticks up, they're good. They're a longer stick, and I know that. But what I don't like about the setup wise is their cam strap buckles. They're bulky. I just don't like them as much as some of the Amstel or some of the lighter weight stuff. And they don't, they take up a lot of room. Their straps, and trying to maneuver those around the tree sometimes gets a little bit annoying. And then trying to storm around these, so I'm gonna have to knock them there. The comfort of them, I'll give them an 8. Climbing up them, if you have to stand on a rung a little bit, you kind of feel, but it's nothing crazy. It's comfortable to stand on them. I do like that there's a good distance away from the tree there, and that they offer a lot of room for your foot. Noise, once you put this XOP hush tape on them, they're not noisy at all. Stepping on them or anything like that on the tree, they're not noisy. I'll give them a 9 for their noise. And the ability to quiet them down. I haven't put the XOP tape on the bottom of the rung so that when I pull them apart, they're not clanging or making any sound or spooking any deer. Weight wise, we'll go ahead and give these a 7. They are on the heavier side. I do know that. I feel like for these longer sticks, they could lighten them up more. For the price point, even pay a little bit more for them. But weight wise, they're just on the little bit of the heavier side, but that's okay. Value, I think you get great value out of these. I'm gonna give them an 8. You don't need aiders with them. You can get up high in the tree. You can get over 20 feet in the tree with these. I think they hold great value. They're well made, and so that's why I give it that score. Safety wise, I feel super safe. I think they're well made for what they are and the price point of them. Safety wise, I'll give them a 10. I don't feel like there's anything on them that's unsafe. They grip the tree very well, and overall, just a good system there. Still a 49 out of 60. And for being a budget, climbing stick, that's pretty dang good still. Especially for what they are. There's a lot more expensive models out there, but for what these are, that's still a good score. Alrighty, guys. So overall, this is great, great equipment here. You're not skimping out anywhere for safety for the price. It is more on the budget friendly side, for the average everyday hunter that's not sponsored or not affiliated with any of these companies. This stuff is very well made. You're going to be safe in the tree, and I would recommend any one of these pieces of equipment. That being said, guys, the bucks are starting to show up to their fall ranges. Haven't got those cameras out, go ahead and get them out. We're starting to see some bigger bucks show up, and season's right around the corner, and we cannot wait to get out in the woods and go hunt. As always, guys, if you subscribe to this video, you're going to be entered for our Hoyt Alpha X bow giveaway. Can't wait to give that bow away to one of you guys. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and also share what you guys are using. I want to hear what whitetail backpack system you are running. I'm looking for a new whitetail backpack system to run this year. I want to hear what you are using. And as always, guys, We'll see you on the next one. God bless.